So this is a BOSU ball. You'll notice that it is inflated on one side and completely flat on the other. This makes it also a very versatile use of equipment. So the first exercise we're going to show you is a prone side-to-side plank. So actually, you're going to flip the BOSU over so the flat side is facing up. And then usually what you want to do is to either get a mat or an AirX pad for the athlete to put his knees on if he wants it. It is less challenging for the athlete to put their knees down while doing this exercise. So what you're going to do is the athlete is going to rotate side to side, straightening one arm out more than the other to the outside. And then to make it even more challenging for the athlete, they'll go up on their toes in a regular plank position and then do the side to side. Perfect. Okay, so next we're going to be doing a supine trunk curl. So you're going to turn it back over to the inflated side. And the athlete is going to get in a regular sit-up position where their bottom is actually not on the BOSU ball. This is more of an assisted exercise. So you're going to get in the regular curl position with your arms up at your shoulders and curl up just so your shoulders are off of the BOSU. And then to make it even more challenging, you can put your entire back onto the BOSU and curl up. Would you mind going to the side to step show? So as you can see, just the shoulders are coming up off of the BOSU in a regular curl position. So next, we're going to be doing something called a seated walk around. And the seated walk arounds are also on the inflated side. Both your hands are going to be behind your back at about hip level. And what you're going to do is one at a time, you're going to walk around the entire ball. Kind of working on a balance and stability motion. Perfect. Last but not least, we're going to be showing you some push-ups. So this is a common exercise that can become more challenging with a BOSU. So you're going to flip it right back over, and you're going to get into regular push-up position and do a push-up. This is going to definitely target that core and upper body strength and endurance, and it is going to also test the balance that a person has while they are on the BOSU. Okay, so just some things I didn't highlight in the other videos. BOSU, B-O-S-U, all capitalized, also means both side utilized, meaning that you can use the flat side and the inflated bladder side, which makes it a very versatile equipment for its known roles in ankle rehabilitation and prevention. But another very common use within the rehab is with the upper extremities, as I showed, and then also within a knee rehab process. Most of the literature highlights within it being in an ankle stability and balance role as well as knee. So I showed a summary of its uses, and just to give a little bit more information on that, it can obviously be used as an upper, lower, and core rehabilitation tool. Other benefits that it provides is it improves the dynamic postural control, and it can improve ankle force production, and not only within a rehab process, but it has also been shown to increase that production within a healthy adult that uses it as exercise equipment. Alright, so I have the slide board within my project, and as you can see, it is a large white piece of plastic. It does have a rubber underside, which is really great on this slippery floor, so it doesn't move as the athlete moves on it. What you can also notice is that it has these black blocks on the end of them, and they do come off rather easily, and they also go on rather easily, but you have to make or else your athlete can slide off it totally. So some of the things we're going to show you is a summary of its uses. It has many different uses. It involves every single plane, sagittal, frontal, transverse. And so we're going to start off with the most common, which is just a lateral slide, also known as a speed skater. If you want to go ahead and demonstrate how to do that. What you're also going to notice is that he has these black booties on, and what these does, it allows the athlete to wear the footwear that they need to, at the same time having a surface that's going to slide right across the board. So next we're going to show you some mountain climbers, where the athlete is going to hold on to one of the black blocks, and then he's going to do a regular mountain climbing exercise. Along with these, the benefit of the slide board is that you can also do a double-legged mountain climber, which involves that. Next we're going to show you all of our lunges that are very common to do, and so you can do a reverse lunge. So a side lunge, just a regular side lunge. And usually the most safe position for lunges is to have one leg off and one leg on. This is useful for not only elite athletes but also to new athletes. And then a forward lunge. And then you can move into a backward lunge as well. Alright, and then next, one that you may not actually think is a very common use for a slide board is using that on the upper extremity as well. So there are different adapters, so you can have like booties for your hands. We don't have those here. So we're just going to slip the foot booties onto the hands. And what you want to do is you also want to have a mat or an AirX available. This is going to help the athlete comfortably place their knees on the ground, because this is not very comfortable at all. So you're going to get into like a regular push-up to plank position where your arms are level with your shoulders, and you're going to want to move to the edge of the board so you have enough room for your arm movement. And you're going to start off with going forward with one arm, and then diagonally, and then straight out to the side. And then you do the exact same on the opposite shoulder. One of the other upper extremity exercises that you can do is called a fly to push-up. So what the athlete is going to do is they're going to get into a regular fly position. So they're going to go all the way out and then come back and do a push-up within it. Perfect, thank you. So the slide board is very versatile in its movement, the movements that it allows for the athlete to perform, and it also provides a different surface for an athlete to exercise on. Okay, so some of the things I didn't highlight in the slide board video, we were showing all of the uses, and as you can see, the slide board provides a dynamic range of motion that requires a lot of core and a lot of balance throughout every exercise. So it does include sagittal, frontal, and transverse plane movement within its exercises. It is very popular, actually, for upper body stabilization and strength, as well as lower body balance and power. You wouldn't necessarily think that a slide board is for upper extremity, mostly because you see people doing speed skaters, or you see hockey players and skaters on it. But there is actually a lot of research about the dynamic ability of the slide board within an upper extremity rehab and the ranges of motion that you can move through with ab and adduction, within the
trapezius muscle, and also within a shoulder rehab concerning rotator cuffs. So some of the benefits of using a slide board, it provides a unique closed chain workout where the athlete is in contact with the equipment that they're using, and it provides an alternative surface for a workout. So your athlete isn't on the field, the constant pounding. You're using a more of a low impact but it's a high quality workout is what you would say. So you're not pounding constantly on a surface, but you're definitely utilizing multiple joints and multiple muscles to be able to perform the correct movements. Now, when we talk about the cost of a slide board, they can range from $40 to $200, which is a little pricey, but totally worth it for a clinic or for a college or a school that would want an alternative way of working their athletes in a low impact setting. There are actually a lot of DIYs, so like a do-it-yourself to make a quality slide board using whiteboards or other pieces of slick plastics, though obviously you have to kind of get the pumper system worked out if you're going to make your own slide board. Definitely more recommend investing into a slide board by an actual company like performbetter.com or from an actual medical rehab magazine.